The clock stopped, and for a moment, the Clemson indoor track facility went silent. Then chaos erupted. An 18-year-old kid from Texas running his very first college race just became the fourth fastest man in the history of indoor track and field.
And Sims, Costin, Langford, and finished 1, 2, 3.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Not today, not in January, not at a small invitational meet. But Jonathan Sims doesn't care about what's supposed to happen. Let me take you back to where this story really begins. Allen, Texas. A small fishing town most people drive past without noticing. This is where a 9-year-old boy first caught the attention of track experts. They saw something special, something raw, something that made them write his name down and say, "We need to watch this kid." Fast forward to 2023. Sims is 16 years old, a sophomore in high school. He wins the Texas State Championship running 46.48 seconds. Not bad for a kid who still needs a hall pass to use the bathroom. But that was just the warm-up. 2 months later at the Brooks PR Invitational, something clicked. Sims ran 45.90. Then at Nike Outdoor Nationals, he clocked 46.09 and won a national title. People started paying attention. Real attention. But the big moment came in August 2023 at the AAU Junior Olympic Games. Sims stepped to the starting line for the 15 to 16 age group 400-meter final. When he crossed the finish, the scoreboard read 45.12 seconds. That number shattered a record that stood for 28 years. Obia Moore's 45.14 from 1995 was history. Sims also destroyed the Texas State record of 45.19 set by Aldrich Bailey in 2012. At 16, he became the fastest teenager at that age in world history for the 400 meters. Here's the crazy part. The Olympic standard for the 400 meters was 45.00 seconds. Sims was only 1/10 of a second away from Olympic qualifying time. As a high school sophomore, Texas has always been a sprinting factory. Michael Johnson, the legend who once held the 400-meter world record, came from Skyline High School in Dallas. Jeremy Warner from Arlington Lamar won 3 Olympic gold medals and ran 43.45, the 6th fastest time ever. Sims was joining elite company. But then came junior year, the year that should have been his coronation. Instead, disaster struck. A hamstring injury ended his season early. He didn't even make it past the district meet. For an athlete on the rise, injuries are terrifying. They can end careers before they start. Senior year arrived with pressure mounting. Everyone wanted to know if Sims could bounce back. His goal was clear: break Quincy Wilson's high school national record of 44.20 seconds. Wilson had become famous as the youngest American male track athlete to compete at the Olympics, winning gold with the USA 4x400 relay team in Paris at age 16. But Sims's senior season didn't go as planned. At the UIL State Championships in May 2025, he finished 6th with a disappointing 47.21. The injury had taken its toll. Questions started swirling. Was he done? Had the pressure gotten to him? Then came June 20th, 2025, the USATFU 20 Championships at historic Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. Sims lined up, still recovering, still fighting doubt. When he crossed the line, the clock read 45.44 seconds. He won the national championship. The kid was back. He graduated high school and headed to the University of Georgia as a 5-star recruit, rated 92 out of 100 by Recruiting Services. Georgia's track program is no joke. They're known for developing world-class sprinters. Sims joined a team that already had Christopher Morales-Williams, who had run 44.49 indoors in 2024, the fastest indoor 400 ever recorded. Now here's where the story gets wild. January 10th, 2026, the Clemson Invitational. Most freshmen are nervous wrecks at their first college meet. The competition is faster, the pressure is higher, everyone's watching. Sims walked to the starting line like he owned the place. The gun fired. Sims exploded from the blocks. His stride was smooth, powerful, controlled. Around the first turn, he was already pulling away. Down the backstretch, the gap widened. Coming off the final turn, he was alone. The finish line approached. 44.62 seconds. The building erupted. Sims had just shattered the World Under-20 indoor 400-meter record. The previous record of 44.80 was set by Karani James in 2011. James went on to win Olympic gold in 2012 and became one of the greatest 400-meter runners ever. Sims destroyed his record by nearly 0.2 of a second, but it gets better. That 44.62 made Sims the fourth fastest indoor 400-meter runner in world history. All ages, all time. He pushed Michael Johnson, the legendary former world record holder, down to 5th place on the all-time indoor list. Johnson ran 44.63 back in 1995 when he was dominating the sport. Only 3 men have ever run faster indoors. Christopher Morales-Williams with 44.49, Karen Clement with 44.57, and Michael Norman with 44.52. Sims joined this exclusive club in his very first college race. His first race, wearing a Georgia uniform. His NCAA debut, he also beat the second-place finisher by over 2 seconds. In track and field, that's not a race. That's a statement. As of today, January 14th, 2026, Sims holds the #1 world-leading time for the year, not just for college kids, not just for under-20 athletes, the entire world. Every professional runner on the planet is chasing his time right now. There's a catch, though. The record might not get officially ratified. The Clemson Invitational doesn't use World Athletics certified electronic starting blocks that record reaction times. Those are required for world record ratification. The same thing happened to Christian Coleman's 6.37 in the 60 meters at the same meet in 2018. It also happened to Christopher Morales-Williams's 44.49 in 2024. Both times were never officially recognized as world records. But here's the truth. Official or not, 44.62 is real. The clock doesn't lie. Sims ran that time. Nobody can take it away. What makes this even more impressive is the jump from his previous best. In June 2025, he ran 45.44. 7 months later, he ran 44.62. That's an 0.82-second improvement. In the 400 meters, that's massive. That's the difference between making the Olympics and watching from home. The SEC championships are coming. The NCAA championships are coming. Every coach, every athlete, every fan is watching Jonathan Sims now. The pressure will be enormous. But this kid has already proven something crucial. He performs when it matters most, from a small town in Texas to the 4th fastest indoor 400 runner in history. From a devastating injury to a world record 7 months later. From a 9-year-old prospect to an 18-year-old phenomenon. Jonathan Sims isn't just breaking records. He's rewriting what we thought was possible for someone his age. The 2026 season just started. If this is what Sims can do in January, what happens when the outdoor season arrives? What happens when he's had a full year of college training? What happens when he steps onto the biggest stages in track and field? The scary part, he's just getting started. At 18 years old, Sims has potentially 8 more years before he hits his athletic peak. 8 years to get faster, stronger, more experienced. The world record for the 400 meters is 43.03 seconds, set by Wade Van Niekerk in 2016. Could Sims eventually challenge that? Right now, it seems impossible. But 6 months ago, running 44.62 seemed impossible too. January 10th, 2026 might be remembered as the day everything changed. The day a Georgia freshman nobody expected to do anything special became the talk of the track world. The day Jonathan Sims announced he's not just here to compete, he's here to dominate.